Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in another video, and today I'm going to be talking about, is this the end of the Golden State Warriors dynasty in the Golden State era of them dominating the NBA, making the finals every year, and pretty much being a consistency to win the finals every year. I'm going to be getting into some reasons why I personally think it is the end. I'm going to be getting to actually 3 reasons why I think it is the end of the Warriors and why they're not going to be great anymore, why they're not going to be a dynasty. Now, I still think the Golden State Warriors are going to be a good playoff team, but I don't think they're going to be a contending team every single year and be a guaranteed team to go to the NBA Finals, especially with what some teams have just done. So without further ado, without running on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason is pretty much going to be the most obvious reason, which is they could be losing huge pieces of their team, as they have 2 ginormous pieces of their team being free agents this year. That is Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. Now, although there are a very high chance that they do re-sign Klay Thompson, that he does come back, he will be missing almost the entire season, all the way up until the playoffs next year, recovering from his ACL tear. And then Kevin Durant, there's a very high chance they can't resign him and that he does leave the team. So, I mean, no matter what, they're most likely going to be losing at least one huge piece of their team. And we saw what they were with Durant. They're a good team, but they're not a great team without Durant. So, I mean, no matter who they lose, if they lost Klay Thompson, that would be a big blow to them, and they would no longer have the Splash Brothers. And if they lose Durant, now they lose their best player and one of the best players in the entire world. So, I mean, it's going to be very, very hard for them. And even if they do lose just Kevin Durant, well, now Klay Thompson's out for pretty much the whole season, so it's really just going to be Steph Curry and Draymond trying to carry this team to the NBA Finals, and I just don't see them being able to do that. I bet you Steph Curry probably will be in contention for an MVP trophy just because he has to do all the offensive load, but outside of that, I can't see them doing much else unless Klay Thompson comes back for the playoffs and he's fully healthy and the same player. But that would be a lot of ifs for that to go right, and I just cannot see that them losing these huge pieces to their team and very, very crucial pieces to their team. I cannot see them being a huge contending team next year, and I think, I mean, to be a dynasty, you have to be at least contending every single year of that dynasty, and if they're not contending next year, that dynasty is going to be over. But now my second reason is going to be that the West is getting even stronger. Now, the West was already extremely strong, but as teams like the Dallas Mavericks, who will have Kristaps Porzingis next year, and they have max-level contract space to be adding anyone, and they could be much improved. The Lakers just got Anthony Davis. I mean, the Clippers could get Kawhi. Denver was going to develop more as they're a very young team. They still have good teams like Utah and Houston in the lineup, plus San Antonio, who are all going to be good playoff teams. So the Golden State Warriors, as they're getting weaker, the Western Conference is getting even more star power and even stronger. So, I mean, it's going to be very, very hard to beat these teams, as even if they did have Durant and their whole healthy squad, they would still struggle to beat teams like the Lakers, who have now Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And then, I mean, if the Clippers got Kawhi, that would be a hard out, because, I mean, we already saw what they could do. So it's going to be an extremely, extremely hard thing for them to do, to go against an even stronger West than they're used to, with an even weaker team than they are used to. So, with them getting weaker and the West getting stronger, it's going to make it just that much hard for the Golden State Warriors to continue this dynasty. But now my third reason is going to be their bench will take an even more of a hit. Now, yes, their bench played pretty well over the playoffs, but let's be honest, they don't have a very talented bench at all. And I mean, Livingston's going to retire, so that's going to hurt them a ton. Iguodala will be turning 36 years old, and Boogie will probably leave as well. Plus, Kevon Looney is a free agent, and after the playoffs that he just had, he will be asking for a lot more money than he once would have before the playoffs. So now they're going to probably have to give Kevon Looney around $20 million. Then they're going to, if not more, Livingston, who's a very big piece off their bench, I think it was their 7th man, he's retiring. Boogie Cousins is leaving, who played very good off their bench in Game 5. So, and then Looney, there's a chance that you might not even be able to get him back. That is going to be a very, very harsh thing to do, especially if they lose Looney and Livingston. Livingston's already out the door, but if they also lose Looney, I mean, that's going to hurt them a ton. And I mean, he was actually a big piece of why they were pretty successful this year in the playoffs. So yeah, but before I end off the video, let's just recap everything I said. So they could be losing Kevin Durant or Klay Thompson. Either one would be huge, and I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed to lose Kevin Durant at this point. The West has gotten even stronger, while the Warriors have gotten even weaker, which is not a good sign at all, and it's going to make it way more challenging for them to make it back to the NBA Finals. And then also, their bench will be taking a huge hit while losing veteran Livingston, have a chance to be losing Kevon Looney to other teams, who he's asking for too much. Boogie Cousins is going to be leaving, and Iguodala is getting even older. So they have a very big chance to take enormous hits in this free agency and offseason on their bench, which is going to hurt them even more. But unfortunately, guys, that's my very first video. So comment below. Do you agree with me? Do you think the Golden State Warriors dynasty is over? Do you think they still have a chance to win it all? I want to hear our thoughts in the comment section below. And if you did like the video at any point, like button and subscribe button would mean the absolute world to me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Can I have a blessed day? So you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye, boo. Blah, 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 blah.